Mind putting your mask back on.
Super hard to eat while I'm wearing it.
It's super hard to eat when you're not.
All right, finally aged.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Not only did we get some new footage from Deadpool and Wolverine in the form of a trailer that just hit theaters and theaters only, but it contains a major, and I mean a major Easter egg for one Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. We're going to break down this latest trailer clip and point out the Easter egg for you, then talk a little bit about what this might mean in context of those rumors that we have a crazy post-credit scene on the way that might include Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. We're breaking it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner to coincide with the release of X-Men 97's finale in just a week or two. So again, all you gotta do, be a subscriber, leave a comment. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so obviously this clip, and again, as I mentioned during the prologue, which is only being run in theaters right now, is just giving us a different look or an extended look at some of the shots we've already seen in the second trailer. One of the things I want to point out is you can notice Deadpool's mask there in the middle. Logan makes a joke about how hard it is to eat looking at his face. And the other thing I want to point out is that it looks like Logan is actually holding a flask, if you look real closely there, in his left hand. And the only reason I bring this up is that outside of the scenes that we've seen where he's been fighting Deadpool, he's drinking in every single scene. The scene in the bar, the scene where he's drinking Jack Daniels or what looks like whiskey and what might be his house, that's where the Hulk bed is, and now in another scene in the diner, and the man's got his own flask. But the huge Easter egg is what's on the back, written on the window in red writing. You can clearly see there that it says, under specials, Joe's, which means this may be a play on or a version of Joe's Pizzeria from the original Spider-Man Sam Raimi trilogy, and we had even heard in the past that Mr. Aziz from Joe's Pizza might actually make a cameo in this film, but it ties to two other huge rumors, the first of which showed up in the middle of last year when industry insider Daniel RPK was one of the first to say, and has since been corroborated by other sources, pizza time. That's it. Those are the only two words he offered as a scoop about Deadpool and Wolverine. Some of us assumed it was the post-credit scene. We'll talk about that in just a second. But if this is truly Joe's Pizza, well, you guys get it. Now, the other one was the rumor we got just weeks ago, and it's sort of hard to deny that seeing this confirmation, or at least this Easter egg, and just weeks after we were hearing that a post-credit scene might be so insane that scoopers don't even want to ruin it, that post-credit scene might include Logan, Deadpool, and of course, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Peter Parker, all at Joe's Pizzeria, or rather eating pizza together. That's what the post-credit scene might be that none of these scoopers want to scoop. Now, I personally believe that if the post-credit scene is so absolutely mind-blowing that the industry insiders don't want to talk about it or no one wants to be the first to ruin it, that it's got to do with the OG Avengers. The only reason I say that is that the rumors about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man have been pretty ubiquitous over the last 3 or 4 months, and as I pointed out, when Daniel RPK said pizza time, what's almost a year ago, that's what we were assuming. Since now all of a sudden this post-credit scene doesn't want to be spoiled, I still think it's OG Avengers, Natasha Romanoff, Steve Rogers, Tony Stark. But this may not be the first overt Tobey Maguire Spider-Man reference we got, as in the second trailer in the action sequence right here, we get a jab, jab, hook, uppercut, which is exactly similar to the moves from Spider-Man in the hallway when he's getting bullied. It's the literal jab, jab, left hook, uppercut that he dodges as Spider-Man. So there's already some references being made, pretty overt. And I know that I think the post-credit scene to me really must be OG Avengers, but just to play devil's advocate for a second, Eric Voss over at New Rockstars pointed out that for someone like Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans, who are working quite a bit, it would not be anything for them to be in and around a Marvel set or in the cities where they're filming these Marvel movies. Maybe it would go unnoticed if there happened to be some proximity there. But for someone like Tobey Maguire, who hasn't been working quite as much, if he showed up anywhere near Marvel Studios, either of their studios in London or Atlanta, or anywhere near the filming for Deadpool and Wolverine, well, that may lead an industry insider like My Time to Shine Hello, who said something along the lines of he can't believe they were able to film said post-credit scene without anybody finding out. That might imply that Tobey Maguire would be a much harder cameo to hide than, say, these actors who are much higher profile, but maybe, say, working a lot more, where their schedules wouldn't be under such scrutiny. And so, with all of these overt references that are obviously not lost on Ryan Reynolds, not lost on Marvel Studios, it's easily one of two things. Either they're just throwing it in there with Easter eggs to all of the old Marvel movies outside of the MCU, and it doesn't mean that it's going to come to fruition where we see Tobey Maguire in the film as Peter Parker or even in a post-credit scene. Or on the flip side, they are going to actually show him. He is going to make a cameo, and that's why we're getting what seems like more than one reference to him and him specifically. And if you're wondering why it's not Tom Holland or why it's not Andrew Garfield, well, it's more about Tobey Maguire being the OG, the same way that Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is the OG, and that's what they're trying to capture for this film, obviously, by bringing back a whole slew of these villains and from the OG X-Men films. Here's my basic take on this, though. If you're going to get your hopes up for some of these OG characters and they don't show up, you may have a chance of being disappointed. This film has already, and by what's been revealed just in the trailers alone, forget all of the confirmations from the actors outside of these trailers saying that they're coming back, it's already promising a ton of cameos. And the Easter eggs themselves, the nod to all these old Marvel movies outside of the MCU, to me are just as good without the actual cameos, and in fact, that's what I truly believe might be the case. That's why a post-credit scene is believable for Tobey Maguire or the OG Avengers, but they're already going to have their hands full, and during this film, with the characters they've got in front of them, the ones we've already seen, we don't need Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man to show up, basically, is what I'm saying, in order for this film to be amazing. And so I would just say temper your expectations when it comes to some of those characters, because we still have plenty of time left in the multiverse saga before we get to Secret Wars to see all these characters team up and cross over. We don't need it to happen in this film right away and all at once. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. What do you think is going on with these Tobey Maguire Spider-Man references? Do you expect him to show up? And are you going to be disappointed if he doesn't? Or do you already think this film offers enough? I am all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. The next one is right around the corner to coincide with the finale of X-Men 97 in just a couple of weeks. Super simple to be entered to win, and for any of the future prizes, all of the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos that you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will always be announced at the end of videos in the same way we're doing here at the end segment, live with my voice and the comments shown on screen. The best way to keep up with the content at the channel has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places: Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires. And while I would sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.